So, as you come from a big box store where you're probably not really looking at the financial aspect of most of those claims to, you know, a much different role as a business owner, you know, how did you move into that role a little bit? Did you have partners? Did you take that on yourself? And then two, what was your strategy when you started seeing these? Did you hire a consultant? Did you join a group? How did you start to really analyze the problem and figure out how you can move forward?
Sure. So in the beginning, because it's a learning curve for everyone, while the goal is always to make sure that the patient is the center of everything, when we had our grand opening in the beginning, I told our community that one day, I'm going to ask you guys for your help. I've reopened this pharmacy for you guys, and there was some people in the audience that were like there for 50 years. Their parents, their grandparents, everyone has been going to this pharmacy for ages. Some people used to come here on a horse and carriage to this pharmacy way back to get their milk, newspapers, and things like that. And they were so excited that I reopened, but I informed them that there would be challenges along the way. I didn't know about some of these things like DIR fees. But I said that as long as you guys are supporting me and willing to adjust accordingly, I'm going to keep this place open. And I'm not going to sell to a big box pharmacy, but I'll need your support. And they have supported me day in and day out. Anytime that I've had a struggle, for example, if there's an insurance plan that says, hey, you can fill it twice at an independent pharmacy, there afterwards, you have to get your refills at a 3-letter pharmacy or through the mail. And I tell the patients that, okay, this is what your insurance plan says. They're like, I don't care what they say. We made a promise to you and we're going to help you stay open. So what do you need me to do? And for those patients, literally, we'll charge them $1 more than the cost of the drug, but they're loyal to me and they're helping me fight this system of what's happening and how people are forced to use different pharmacies and such. And for those people, I'll do absolutely anything for. It just shows their loyalty and commitment to the promise that they made to us to support local, and why I've been continuing to fight. It's definitely challenging in the beginning. As I mentioned, I utilize that green call button on Pioneer probably more than most places. And I kid you not, if you ask my account manager how many hours I used to talk to him a day, not minutes, hours, at least a few hours every single day, I would talk to him. And he never lost his patience with me, because it's like a kid in kindergarten or elementary school trying to learn about not just the pharmacy system, but about pharmacy and independent pharmacy and how all of this works. And I could say that there was different coaches, even other owners, Mark from Eric's Pharmacy, Chi-Chi, the previous original owner of Skippack Pharmacy, Rob Franco. There's a lot of people that are fighting for independent pharmacies to stay open. And we've become a huge tight-knit family where if we're facing an issue, all of us are kind of in it together and we're going to work around it together. So while I didn't have the formal education or training or even partners per se to help me get through the initial struggles, I would contact these guys and my friends and other pharmacy owners. And that's the beauty about it, is when I started, I thought that independent pharmacy owners, if it's in the same town or nearby, maybe they weren't willing to share some of these best practices with you. But then I realized that if we're not supporting each other, DVS, Walgreens, the Rite Aids, they're going to knock all of us out unless we're fighting together, because they have 10,000 stores each. We don't have that. We might, even the largest independent pharmacy owner that has multiple stores does not have hundreds of stores. So unless we
Right.
band together and work together, even if it's the pharmacy 10 miles away, we're not going to make it. And that's where the whole independent pharmacy community came together and really was like, Mac, we see you're crazy and that you're willing to do new ideas and just keep fighting and bring this pharmacy back. We're going to help you out. And that's where they did. And honestly, for the new owners, Facebook, there's a Pioneer Facebook group. It's not owned or operated by Pioneer, but there's people on there that care about each other. And you can ask a question on there and someone's going to have a brilliant idea to help. Because even the Pioneer community itself, whenever there's an issue, it's everyone's working together to see how we can advance different features, different ideas. It wasn't until last year where I've seen Ben Jolly's name pop up all over the place on Facebook groups,
Oh yeah.
and someone's like, you should just reach out to him and see if he can help you with integrating DIR fees. I know Pioneer has a wonderful platform to allow us to do it, but for me to do it accurately and do it within an hour, it was no brainer just for me to be like, all right, Ben, can you just plug in everything I need to know? And since that point, we've probably saved thousands and thousands of dollars knowing that this drug has a good DI or a good GER, or this drug has a terrible DIR fee, and then making a decision accordingly. Before we were just blindly doing things for the first couple of years. So
Yeah.
it's very helpful to have that tight knit group of friends and pharmacy owners and even other pharmacists that are willing to help you succeed.